Hi, I'm Candace Parker, and this is Film Study presented by Salesforce. I am here. I want you to look at that camera and introduce yourself. I want you to introduce yourself to the people in the back because they're about to get a front row seat of what they're going to see in the league next year.
I'm Aziaha James. I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Youngest of three. I'm a dog, and I'm ready to go.
She said she was a dog. Listen, I've had so much fun watching you play.
Thank you.
And the thing that I have been super impressed with has been your development. You went from averaging 4 points per game as a freshman to leading your team in scoring with 17 points per game this year. Every single season, you seem like you added to your game, you improved. What can you say about your development? Obviously on the court, but also like mentally.
Definitely. The first 2 years, that mental block, it hit me because, I came from high school being a 4-state champion and stuff like that. So, just coming into college and, having that humbleness, I felt like I love that so much because it made me into the dog I am today. And, I'm just so grateful. And, I'm glad that God put me in this position and, I'm ready to take over.
What can you say about your mental toughness to get to this point? Again, because we talk about you weren't on the board 2 years ago.
No.
Right? You weren't starting for your team 2 years ago. You
No.
led your team to a Final Four last year.
Yes.
Led them in scoring this year. So what can you say about how proud you are of yourself, but also the people that helped you get here?
Definitely, just ups to my mom. She's been here since forever. Her daughter's made it, and I can't wait to experience that with her. I'm a on the state of course player. I stayed the course, didn't leave, didn't give up. I fought through it all, and all through adversity. It made me the player I am today. And, I'm so glad to be in that moment tomorrow.
And we were just sharing that we both grew up with older brothers that pushed us and made us tough and didn't give us anything but have been the biggest supporters. So what can you say about that and how proud they must be of you?
Yes, without them too, I wouldn't be myself. They pushed me day in, day out, and, without them, man, I wouldn't be the dog. Long live my brother, 2020 passed, so, he's definitely my strength and my inspiration, why I keep going. As you can see, I put it under my every post, and, he gives my strength every day. My older brother as well, he talks to me all the time, give me motivation before and after games. So just the love that they bring me, it just inspires me so much.
And you have your brother tattooed?
Yes.
On your left shoulder?
Yes.
Your
right
left
here,
shoulder.
yes.
And just being where you're at today, understanding the journey that it took to get here.
Yes.
I've followed you, and for you to be able to not only just have a path that definitely wasn't easy in terms of coming off the bench and figuring out your role and playing a different role and learning how to catch and shoot and doing and improving your skills on the court, but also dropping 41 in your state championship just days after your brother passing, and then now being able to carry that story and to carry that pride and that honor that your family has. What do you say to your younger self? Like, what can you say back to that younger version of yourself?
Definitely. I'll tell her, don't give up. Your time is coming. Stay in the gym. Be in that gym rat. Your family got you. Got a village behind you. So just do it for them, The reason why I got that tattoo on my back just to remind me every day, my brother always got my back no matter if he's here or not.
Man, I love it. And here's the thing that I love even more is watching the joy that you play with. So I would love if you would take me through this film study. We're
Got you.
going to start with a goodie, though.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we're going to start with a goodie. We're not easing our way into this right here.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So I had Olivia earlier, and on her way out, she just saw this clip right here. She didn't even see where it was going, and she shrugged and was like, oh, that's what we doing today? So just take me through this, because you're at your best when you're playing free.
Yes.
You're in transition, and you have space.
Mm-hmm.
So can you take me through this play right here?
Yeah, so as you can see, I got her one-on-one. I believe she had 4 fouls, so it was my only way and my smart decision, to go behind my back. I worked on it a lot of times, so it was a matter of me just doing it in my big moment and doing it in front of the lights, and I did it.
Right there.
Yes.
Man, and everybody going crazy. What
Crazy.
is this feeling right here like?
I didn't even like. I wasn't even celebrating. You know, I was really focused on getting back. Cause if you can see my coach right there, not the one that's sitting down, but she was telling me, I can hear her in my ear like, get back, get back. So I didn't even care about what that shot was. I was just mad at them not scoring because that shot really took us over the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember watching this play right here. That's nice. Get back on defense after making a play like that.
Yes.
I love your change of pace.
Thank you.
And I think that's what's going to allow you to be really successful at the next level is your change of pace. You have the ability to score in bunches, and there's people that go fast, and there's people that change their speed.
Yeah.
And that's greatness right there. You mastered at the college level. I think being able to master it at the next level is going to take you to the next step.
Definitely.
Here, right here, again, in this secondary action, the spacing. Now, if I'm critiquing a little bit, I'm going to say get to the corner. That's what I'm going to say.
Yes.
Now, I know your coach probably said this,
definitely
but
said it.
you make great plays, so we gon', But in the league, you have to get to that corner right there.
Yes, ma'am.
But right here, you understand the ability and the gravitational pull that you have when the ball is in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
A delayed screen and roll. What are your reads right here? What are you thinking as you're coming off a pick and roll?
So I'm not reading my man anymore because obviously she's going to get hit by a screen. So I'm reading Madison man.
Mm-hmm.
So Madison man has to make a decision if Madison rolling, if she's going to take Madison or is she going to take me. So I'm either reading if I can pass to Madison. Also, I'm also reading Zoe man because if Zoe man help, Zoe's going to be open as well as I think that's tilted on the opposite side. So it's a matter of, those three guards right there in that triangle. It's a matter of what they're doing.
And right here, when you're coming off, now if I'm going to critique, Sanaya need to get her butt a little bit farther over.
Yes.
I'm going to yell at your teammate a little bit. Sanaya, get your butt over there and give you a little bit more space. Okay, so your post player rolls out.
Yes.
You have the advantage. You're going left.
Mm-hmm.
You disengage right here.
Yes, I saw help coming, so, that's my favorite
And
move.
you disengaged before the help all the way came so that you didn't get in trouble.
Yes.
Okay.
So I caught her again. So, yeah, she got unleveled. You see how her feet shifted?
Uh-huh.
So it's hard for a defender to get back to that same momentum they had. So it's a matter of me just attacking that right foot.
That's nice.
Yes.
Ooh, that's really nice.
Thank you.
Really nice. All right, this delayed pick and roll right here. Coming off that pin down, this is what you love to do.
Yeah, I love this play.
And I'm going to stop it right here. Because right now, you are literally playing chess, and everybody else is playing checkers. You are playing chess right now because you know what you're trying to do.
Yes.
She's either going to give up. You're going to get a layup if the post player goes back. You're going to get a pull-up if the post player goes back because you've already beat your man. Your man's out of the picture. Right?
Yes, definitely. She's out of the picture. So if that post player would have helped, Tilda would have been open for that layup, and I think she helped on Tilda, so I got that jumper right there, right?
Nah. Look at this. Watch this. You go downhill. You hold the big.
You're right.
Look
I
at that.
remember that. Yes, yes.
You hold the
I was thinking
big,
of another play,
which is what I love, your patience. So you're coming off. You know what you're going to do. You know you're about to get your big a layup.
Yes.
Or you're going to get somebody a jump shot.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at her read, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so you looked at her read, you held it, and then you end up getting your post player an amazing, easy layup. This right here, the step-up screen, it's iced a little bit. Again, you hold because there's three.
Yep.
And this right here, so I want to give you the key to success in the WNBA. I want to just give it to you. If you can do this and you throw this pocket pass, you throw pocket pass to post players and you get really good at that, you're going to be really great.
Okay.
Asia Wilson, De'Erica Hamby, Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier. You think of any four in the WNBA, this is what we love.
Yes.
So you need to do repetition after repetition
Got you.
of this right here. You do this all day, post players are going to love you. And guess what? Post players are going to set better screens for you.
Yeah.
And it's going to get you open. And your willingness to throw this allows now you to hesitate. They go with it, and you get that nice jump shot, or you get that floater, or you get that whatever. So this right here, that was phenomenal.
Yes. great layup. Too.
Phenomenal.
Love River.
Yes, and I think some of the things you do naturally, you don't even realize what you're doing.
No. Sometimes I really like. Some people be like, what are you thinking when you're in games? I'm like, I just play ball. Like you just free mindset. Like I don't think too much. You just gotta go out there and be a dog.
And I agree with you, but the next step is going to be watching film.
Yeah.
And figuring out how you can make people around you better.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Because you do it so naturally that to be able to put in the time to do this is going to make you that much better. Right here, go screen. And this is something your coach talked a lot about. You catching and making threes.
Yes.
So are you just trying to get your feet set? What you doing right here?
I got 2 left feet, so I kind of a little stumbled. I did a little stumble, but, I like you said, repetition in the gym, always be ready, catch and shoot, be ready no matter what's going on. So, I just let it go.
I like it. I like the high arc, follow through.
Yes.
It's nice. You do that, it creates more space for everybody on the court.
Okay. Yes.
So what are things that you're looking at in your game that you're going to come in and try to do in a training camp scenario or in the first part of the season? Like, what is something that you're going to be like, this is what I do. This is what I'm going to bring to whatever situation I'm in.
Definitely. I feel like just like I score on 3 levels, getting to that bucket or, catching and shooting or even just creating my own shot.
Now it's time for a custom segment presented by Agent Force from Salesforce. It's what AI was meant to be. We're going to break down a little play action here. Okay, so you are going to draw up your go-to play.
Okay.
So whether it's into quarter, into game, into half, going into coming out of a timeout to stop a run.
Yeah.
I want to see what you would want from a set, from a space standpoint on the floor.
Okay, so this play can work in game, like coming down the court, or it can work on the side bounce play. It give or take where the game is at. Okay, so it's called, let me say the play.
You could do whatever
It's called
you out of
loop.
college
okay,
now.
so yeah, it's called
you out of college now.
Yeah, so that's how you gotta say. Okay, so it's called loop. So the point guard starts right here, right?
Yep.
It don't matter what hand it is. I really don't care. So I'll start right here.
Okay.
4 players starts right here. 5 players starts right here. Other guards start right here. So the point guard would dribble right here. I will go right here. 4 player would set me a screen. I would come up. 5 players being ready up here.
Yep.
I get the ball. Point guard pass me right here. I set this screen. I either attack this like I always do, or I can dish it or whatever.
You just make plays.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that a lot. I think we actually had that on there.
Yes.
We had one of them where you held the big and you hit the roller.
Yes.
So I think operating off of that is going to be huge for you.
Definitely.
I also think your change of pace, we talked about that.
Yes.
Change of pace, change of speed, but also using your eyes.
Yeah.
So at the next level, you got to use your eyes to be deceptive. So whether it's looking at, like for me as a post player, the way I use my eyes was I would look at the help.
Okay.
Because you're not going to come if I'm looking dead at you.
Yeah.
Right? Or the ball fake. Like something subtle like that, you got to put in your repertoire to be
Yes.
able to free up and be able to get you space and you know all that stuff. So I think it's figuring out what you want to do, how you want to attack it. But
Yes.
listen, I am super, super excited about watching you this year. We got a message for you.
Ooh, okay.
Okay?
Aziaha, Coach Moore here, so proud of this day. This is going to be an unbelievable experience. So excited and proud to be a part of it. What you've done at NC State is truly amazing. Your journey, I know your first year or so, you started out, more of a role player, and now you've worked your way into one of the greatest players in the country. The way you can score at all 3 levels, you talk about a walking bucket out there. Being able to, you've improved your 3-point shooting so much, off the bounce, the beautiful pull-up jumper. So I'm so excited. I know how much work you've put into this. I know how much you've overcome to reach this pinnacle. And again, all of us at NC State are so excited and so proud. I know whoever's fortunate enough to get you in this draft is getting an unbelievable person. You'll always have a soft spot with me, because of how you stuck it out, how you kept working. You didn't cry, you didn't complain, you just kept grinding. And just, again, so excited that you can be rewarded on this big stage like this. So we're all, again, proud of you, know how much you've worked, how much you've put into this. And I know, again, you're going to have an unbelievable journey ahead of you now at this next level, and we couldn't be prouder of you. Go Pack.
Oh my God. He's like a second dad to me. You know, like, he's very family oriented. You know, he taught me so much. Like, without him, I feel like I wouldn't be here. You know, he humbled me. He pushed me. You know, I give all appreciation to Coach Moore. You know, I love that man so much.
Well, he loves you too.
Yes.
From what he said and how he feels about you. And obviously, I watched your last home game at NC State, and I
Yes.
see everybody there loves you, love what you've developed to be, and loves what you're capable of and the potential that you have at the next level. I think my word of advice is to keep that same mentality, because things are going to get tough, and there's going to be times where you want to quit or you want to take the shortcut. Don't, because look how far it's gotten you in not doing that. Look how far it's gotten you in not deciding to leave or to quit or to not improve or to not stay in the gym. Like, you have the ability to be great in this league, and I think you have to remember that even on the tough days, you know, when you want to quit. So I think you enjoy this moment. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm excited for the show.
Can't
I'm
wait.
excited. I'm gonna come watch you when you out in LA.
Yeah.
Out in LA, I'll come and check you out. But this is Candace Parker with Film Study, presented by Salesforce. Had an amazing time sitting down with you.
Thank you. Thank you. This is like an honor. Like
appreciate
you wouldn't even imagine what I'm thinking
I
right now.
appreciate you, man.